All right, good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, guys, whenever you guys are watching, and welcome back to the channel. Today I have another World of Warships commentary for you guys. This time it will be myself playing the Tier 10, the new Tier 10 German destroyer, the Elbing. Now, we spawn in the middle here, and the first thing I decide to do is I'm gonna go towards the A cap. The reason why I don't go to the B cap or the C cap is pretty simple. Well, I could have gone to the C cap actually, but the reason I don't go for B is just because this ship is not really fitted for any sort of start of the game cap contesting. So we decide to go for A, and while we make it over there, I will tell you guys a little bit more about the ship. So the Tier 10 Elbing. What is so special about this ship? Well, first of all, you might actually notice that this ship is hilariously big. It is long, it is thick, it is a chunky bratwurst, basically. That's how I like to call it. So, the ship is really big, and that of course comes with a very sluggish rudder shift time, which is actually the only Khabarovsk at tier 10 has a worse rudder shift time. So rudder shift is terrible. Turning circle is actually also very, very poor. So maneuverability wise, this ship is not great at all. Health pool, pretty darn amazing at 34.4k HP when you are running the survivability expert skill on your captain. And I should also note that I am only using a 14-point captain in this particular game. So those are kind of the downsides. Another downside being you have no hydroacoustic surge, and you do not have a speed boost on this ship, which is quite rare for a destroyer to not have a speed boost. Torpedoes are also not the best in the game. You have 10 torpedoes in 2 launchers, so 2x5. Their damage is pretty decent at about 16.5k. Their range is pretty good, 13.5 kilometers. The only thing that is really bad about these torpedoes is the speed. The speed is only 50 knots, which makes these some of the slowest destroyer torpedoes in the game. Even a Marceau and Kleber have no issues outrunning these torpedoes, so that should say something, right? What, however, does make this ship really, really, really good, and why do I like this ship, is because of the guns. While we spot some Holland torpedoes here that I was kinda expecting, luckily there's a pretty nice gap, which is gonna fit my bratwurst perfectly. So, the torpedoes. The guns. The guns are actually amazing. You have 150mm guns, 6 of them. The reload is quite poor, but the AP does work. As I will be demonstrating here on the Salem, he pops up showing full broadside, fire off an AP salvo, and boom. 13.6k damage from 12 kilometers away. And you might be wondering, wait, how is this? Wait. How is this possible with a DD? And the reason for this is actually quite simple. The Elbing gets 150mm guns, which are light cruiser guns, but they actually get heavy cruiser penetration. And above that, they also get improved penetration angles. So this makes these guns amazing. Also, the dispersion is really good, and you have a standard range of more than 13 kilometers. So you're more gonna play this ship like a light cruiser often than you are gonna play it as a destroyer. As you see, like, I'm sitting quite far back from the cap right now, letting my Shima do the work. Torping. I see a Moskva pushing into the smoke. I think he's actually gonna use the smoke of the Shima to either disengage or just sit in to contest the cap. He's trying to dodge torpedoes from the Shima. And actually does that quite good. In the meantime, yeah, I'm actually really happy that team damage got removed, because that would have been terrible. Thank you, Mr. Yoshino. So we're kind of waiting here. We're waiting for this Moskva to pop back up, and there he is. He actually shoots from his smoke, gets spotted by the Shima, and he's so close that I'll have no issues whatsoever landing citadels on the Moskva. Yes, you can citadel a Moskva from about from about 10 kilometers away. And there we go, that's already 5 citadels into him. We're up to 55k damage at this point. And you can just see how great this AP is when a cruiser decides to show you broadside. And this is kind of the thing with this ship. Heavy cruisers, light cruisers, it doesn't really make a difference. As long as they are about under 11 kilometers, you will do great damage to them. So Moskva goes down. Immelman actually took him out with a torpedo. I did smoke up, because I didn't really expect him to die that quickly. And now I'm gonna move more towards the cap. My Shima is moving away, he's actually going to B. And I feel more confident now, being the Salem being gone, the other Moskva being far away and low HP. And both of the enemy battleships are also not in a position to do really much about me. So I am gonna go closer to the cap, we get spotted, I instantly figure out it's the Holland. Holland gets spotted, starts shooting at us, and I fire AP back. And this is probably where I should have done something different in this game. And here is the only time in this game, I think, where I should have actually switched to the HE. But I'm so confident in my AP, I'm just waiting for him to turn. Here I was like, okay, this is gonna give me penetrations. Nope, not really. But there's a certain point, like right there, I hit the stern of his ship, a flat piece of armor at the stern of his ship, and we actually managed to get penetrations. And once you get penetrations on DDs, which isn't uncommon at all, as some others have tried to say, yeah, the second you get penetrations on DDs, you are just strecking them. You are just absolutely deleting DDs. Now, right here, we killed the Holland, and I'm actually quite scared for torpedoes. You see me slow down. And I decide, okay, let's use this Yoshino here that is turning. Let's use him as a little torpedo shield so I can make my turn. There we go, but yeah. Well, at least he was useful for the time. Anyway, at this point, my team is not doing so amazing. We are down on points, and we are down 1 ship. I have done about 87,000 damage, but my team isn't looking too good. We have a Republique all the way in the back of the map. We have a couple of ships kind of stuck on an island position at sea. And the enemy team has a Shimakaze somewhere on this flank, and I don't know where. I decide to push towards the island. Once again, I see a Moskva going broadside. I'm like, okay. I like this, I like this. We fire off a shot of AP. But unfortunately, no citadels. And this is the kind of the thing, in Moskva you need to be under 10 kilometers, I think. I think you need to be around 10.5 in order to get actually citadels. Now I do notice all 3 of these ships that are actually moving towards the B cap now. All 3 are moving towards the B cap, and this is just a perfect gap to drop some torpedoes in, which I also decide to do. Fire off the torpedoes, and now I think, okay, it's time to get A. And since I'm in this position, I am just gonna reverse into the cap. But while I was playing this, I was actually I wasn't really sure what I was gonna do. I kind of wanted to smoke up to just farm the 3 guys coming across. And I also wanted to get the A cap. I was kind of making some hard life decisions here. So you see me at one point, I see the Moskva pop up full brawls, and I'm like, nah, screw the cap. I want this damage. I want to have this fun of nuking the Moskva, which is probably something I shouldn't have done. I should have probably just got the cap first. But Moskva pops up, I smoke up, start firing at him. Boom, there's a citadel. And unfortunately, I didn't realize that the CV was spotting them. So, big mistake here. And I'm kind of hoping right now for my torpedoes to make it there in time to catch them and kill them. I do decide to move out of the smoke really carefully. Only about half of my ship. We do land 1 torpedo on the Kurfürst. Moskva pops up again. No hesitation here. Instantly take another AP salvo. Boom. Moskva gone. Perfect. The scores are about even now, and Then, of course, my Republic decides to go full broadside to some Shimakaze torpedoes, and my Republic gets killed. So we're down a ship once again. And now I know that the Shimakaze is actually all the way back in our spawn, and of no immediate threat to myself. And I just know right now that the Shimakaze is likely to go after the CV. I'm not in a hurry to get the A-cap right now. And maybe, probably, I should have actually gotten the A-cap sooner. You see me actually looking at the A-cap, I'm like, I don't know, like there's a full HP Yamato there. And those guys are going to push into B, so I can do something good here right now. I can do something, I can be of more use here instead of getting the cap right now. So I decide to actually just push in here. And this is kind of a moment, guys, where I was like, shit. I'm actually gonna, if I keep pushing like this, I'm gonna get spotted by the Yamato. He's gonna kill me, and we're gonna lose the game. That's exactly what I thought. And you're like, and I'm like, no. Normally, I'm like, I don't give a shit about this. But right now, it was actually, okay, no, I want to win this game. This is going to be a really good game, and I want to win this. So I stop, slow down, reverse, to make sure that the Yamato does not spot me. And I just wait. I'm just looking for those torpedoes through the gap here. And I wait for the Yamato to come in. It does start turning slightly. So I wait with the second set to see what it's doing. And then decide to fire off the second set as well. At this point, the enemy team does not have any clue that I am here. And they don't have any clue that my torpedoes are on the way to kill them. On the other side, my Petro and Plymouth have actually managed to get out of their island position and are now pushing, which is good. We kind of need this. We need the Holland and Repu kill on the other side. I spot the full broadside Kurfürst, start firing at him. Once again, full broadside battleships at these kind of ranges. You're gonna do good damage. You see me doing 4k salvos on this Kurfürst. Pretty common. In the meantime, my torpedoes strike on the Yamato. There's the first set, gets 2 torpedoes. My second set gets another 3, I think. Yes, there we go. Racking up high caliber and Confederate award. And we are, all of a sudden, we are over 203,000 damage. Yamato pops up full broadside once again. No hesitation whatsoever. The AP is loaded. I'm not even switching to HE once again. I could have gotten some fires on him, but the fire chance isn't really that amazing. And also the HE damage, the HE alpha, is the lowest you will find on any tier 10 destroyer. So I just stick to the AP since it's showing full broadside. And I mean, you can see the damage output we're getting. It's pretty great. It's pretty great. We're doing 5k salvos on a regular basis here. But in the meantime, of course, the Kurfürst is capping B. It's a 4 versus 4 game. The enemy Shima has actually died chasing our CV around. And right now I don't have vision on any of the battleships. And this is the moment where I'm like, okay, I cannot really push in there. The Republic is too far away and is not coming my way. There is a fighter above me, so I quickly pop my defensive EA to get rid of that. And I think, okay, this is the time where I need to go get the A-cap for my team. So that's what I will do. I'm actually going to leave those 2 battleships for now. And I'm kind of hoping at this point that the Petropavlovsk and the Plymouth, who have just killed the Holland of the enemy team, I hope that they will kill the Republic. The kill on the Repu is kind of what we need right now in order to win the game. And if they kill the Repu, they can actually come help me at B with the 2 remaining battleships. Midway from the enemy team manages to kill my Immelmann. I am actually not sure what happened there. I didn't really see if the Midway was already striking him for a long time, or he just got lost striking after the Shima landed some torpedoes. But anyway, my CV goes down, and now it's a 3 versus 4, and the enemy team has the cap advantage and has a CV left in the game. I did fire some torpedoes into the gap again. Most of them are going to hit the island. But I do still hope that 1 or 2 of them can make it through and can actually hit the Kurfürst or the Yamato. Right now, these are actually looking really good. And I'm hoping to land some more torpedoes to get some extra damage done. I cannot really see the HP of my Petro and Plymouth, but my Petro does manage to kill the Repu, who decided for some weird reason to push into a Petropavlovsk full broadside. But anyway, I'm not gonna question this guy's abilities. No. We're trying to win the game here. I do get the A-cap, which now gives us the cap advantage. And I tell my team at this point to stop pushing, because I think, okay, we have 2 caps, and we are gonna be fine like this. We can win the game just like this, and I don't really like my Petro pushing into 2 battleships all by himself. Yamato and Kurfürst. Kurfürst decides to go for the gap, and Yamato seems to be doing the same thing. Also trying to go for the gap. Rocket planes come for us. I pop my defensive once again while I shoot at the Yamato. You do get defensive AA on the ship, by the way. I forgot to mention this. And the AA is actually not half bad. It's not terrible. It is, of course, not amazing against CVs that know how to dodge their flag. But in general, with defensive AA, your range is pretty good too. You have 6.9 kilometers of AA range. Plus the defensive AA, it's actually not too bad at all to defend yourself. So I'm making my way over to B. We have only about 9k health left, but I figure that is more than enough. My Petro has pushed all the way down the channel, even though we have a capture advantage now. Yamato and Kurfürst are also both in the channel. And now there's just going to be a Mexican standoff there between the Petro, the Yamato and the Kurfürst. More CV planes are coming for me. But they actually decide to just fly over and go do something else, which is kind of weird to be honest. At this point I tell my Petro to ram the Yamato. While I'm shooting at the Kurfürst, racking up some more damage. Because honestly, I was not convinced that my Petro was actually going to survive. But the Yamato decides to do the best thing he could possibly do. And that is, he decides to show full broadside to my Petro while he comes around the corner. And yeah, you don't need to give Petro a full broadside Yamato at that range. It's just, no. Don't ever do what that Yamato just did, guys. It's actually kind of ridiculous. And of course, Kurfürst sees that his Yamato got killed like that and decides, I can do exactly the same thing. No problem whatsoever. Easy Petro kill. But once again, the Petro says nope and just deletes the Kurfürst. Well done by my Petro, by the way. Not that he had that difficult of a job. He does go down to a fire set by the Kurfürst. But anyway, this guy kinda won us the game, even though the throw by the enemy team was pretty impressive, I would say. Yeah, a pretty impressive throw by the enemy team. Now, the only thing left to do, I'm not gonna go hunt the CV. There's not really time for that. There's only 1 minute and 40 seconds left on the clock. And so I decide to just go to the B cap it out, and win the game that way. In the meantime, the enemy team is kinda being really salty in chat. And honestly, I would have been really salty too if I saw how my double battleship just threw themselves at the Petro for no reason whatsoever. But anyway. CV is still trying to drop the Plymouth, but he has no planes left at this point. I think he threw away a lot of his planes on the CV if he was striking him multiple times. But otherwise, I actually don't know where he lost all of his planes. Getting deplaned like this is like, I don't know about it. Anyway, I get into the B cap, and this is just gonna be the end of the game. There's 50 seconds left. The CV isn't gonna do much more. I will manage to secure the cap, but I'm just gonna end the replay. Alright guys, that's it for this game. In total, we managed 252,000 damage, 2 kills, 9 citadels, and 6 torpedo hits, in combination with a Confederate award and a high caliber award. In terms of base XP, 3,273 base XP, which is pretty good actually, and 24 lane kills, and of course the 2 kills, which is actually kind of low. I would have liked to got more. Anyway, here is the after game detailed damage report if you guys want to look some stuff up. That's it for this video, guys. Thank you all very much for watching till the end. Have a great evening or afternoon or day. Make sure to subscribe down below to the channel if you guys like this sort of content. Follow my Twitch, links will be in the description. Once again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye everyone.